All right, everybody. I'd like to say, first of all, thank God. Give him the praises, man. Because it's his grace, man, that I got a family so beautiful as you, Facebook family and YouTube family. I am really blessed. Thank y'all for all the birthday wishes y'all have been giving me today. It have been remarkable. Last year, I had over 2,500 people looked at the video of my birthday party. And if I'm going to have a birthday party, I'd rather have the birthday party with the family who supports me every day. Not just my birthday, every day. And that's you guys, my Facebook family. Thank y'all so much for all the support y'all giving me. And first of all, I'd like to dedicate this video out to my niece have passed, got killed, and that's Miss Jefferson. Miss Lisa Jefferson, who was shot and killed. My niece. May you rest in peace. Miss Pat Marshall, one of my niece's good friend, Jack Gates class of 1985, who also was shot and killed. Pat, on the remembrance of all of us here at Jack Gates and your family, may you rest in peace. And the last but not least, my mother, who was shot and killed 49 years ago. May she rest in peace today. And I just want to say thank y'all. Let's move on. And most of all, today is a very special day. Number one, not only is my birthday, but this is the day that we are going through the corona crisis, that we're going through, the coronavirus that we're dealing with. And for my birthday, I can't think of nothing else better to do but to go over to Jack Gates. That's right. Go over there because they're giving away food for the people who are being hurt by this virus. Everything is shut down. Las Vegas is shut down. The lights out. Everything is closed down. Restaurants are here to go. If you ain't kicking your food to go, you can't go. All the clubs are closed. This is serious. And I can't think of a better place to go. But over there to my family, over there at Jack Gates, now 3650 Alabama. Yeah, we will be doing live, we will be doing the documentation of what they're doing, giving away the food over there at Jack Gates. And second of all is the big birthday for everybody, because this is the beginning of a new decade. God have blessed me with 7 decades. From the 50s, I can so much remember the good friends and the YMCA of Mr. Jerry Shepard, Marvin Neal, Lawrence Williams, Danny Armstrong. I mean, the list go on, and especially the late but never forgotten Mr. Carl Oliver. You know, the list goes on until I look at the beginning of the 60s. Boy, what it was to be able to work for the Houston Oilers. That's why I got my stuff on right now. To be able to be around a Heisman Trophy winner like Billy Cannon out of LSU. And being around Mr. Blanda and all these professional people, and at the age of only 12 years old. Remarkable, ain't it? That's God, man. And being able at 13 years old, being able to go and throw the newspaper for the Houston Chronicle when John Fitzgerald Kennedy was assassinated November 22nd, 1963. Remarkable, ain't it? That's God, man. Being able to be married to the wonderful woman that I was married to out of Pleasantville, Miss Gloria Jean Waller, Phyllis Wheatley, class of 1961. What a beautiful family out there in Pleasantville. I love all of y'all. My in-laws. Being able to marry my beautiful wife, may she rest in peace, Miss Gloria Jean Waller Williams Pierce. May you rest in peace. And being able, in 1968, being able to not only manage the first black to manage a 7-Eleven store, being able to be around Dr. John B. Coleman, who helped me and my wife bring in the most beautiful thing we ever bought in this world. And that's our son, Rodney Dwayne Williams, 1968, August the 2nd. That's awesome, man. That's in the 60s. And then in the 70s, man, I got hurt. I had everything going my way. And God, I was hugging my mother that Monday night, telling her how much I love her, and she was telling me how proud she was of me being one of the first black young bread men for Rainbow Bread Company, the #1 bread company in the city at that time, and how much they appreciated me over there at Rainbow. And most of all, the management over at Rainbow, how much future I had with them. And the next day, that Tuesday, I was at Bentalb watching her take her last breath. And that less than 24 hours, I was in a situation where I had to start trying to make preparation for funeral of my mother. Just that quick. That goes show you how life will take you just that quick. And I like to say, thank you. Because in the 70s, when I was down and out, thought I wasn't going to be able to make it through this, it was Rick Roberts. It was Paris Healy, Johnny B, Bobby Earl at these radio stations that was training me to be a disc jockey, that had their arms open for me. I thank them every day. I thank Rick Roberts for hiring me. I thank Don Sam for being there with me when we both was trying to get into radio. I thank Michael Harris, who was there with us getting into radio at the same time. We thank Mr. Ralph Cooper, who had already had experience working for the Informer and in Forward Time being a sportscaster, to come in and join us at KYOK. Those were the days. You know, I look back at it and I'm so grateful. And look at the 80s, man. What can I say about the 80s? The 80s was one of them decades, man, that it was unwild, because I was the first black to sell sausage. And the bad part about it, it was the white guys that voted me to be their supervisor. And it was something strange that happened that decade, because I had to look around. I had more white friends than I had black friends. Whoa, this picture don't look right. In the late part of the 80s, I got strung out with some drugs. And, you know, a lot of people wrote me off. But you know what? God kept me in his prayer. God kept me under his wing. And you know what? By the 90s, I was out of it. I had some sobriety. You know, I look back at it and I look at these decades as the first half is from the 0 to 05. The last half is 06 to the closeout date, which is 9. And I look at it as I had a bad part in the 80s in the first half, and in the 90s I had a bad part, but by the time it was time for closeout, God had brought me through. And I was going in with some sobriety. And I thank God. And by the year of that decade of the 90s was out, I had pretty close to 8 years worth of sobriety. And that's God's blessings, man. Because I couldn't do it by myself. I needed God to help me out of them drugs. And by the year 2000, car business fell down. The bread company opened me up with open arms and let me buy a bread route over there at Sara Lee. And what it was, man, it was an opportunity to give back to good churches and all the bread that I used to get members over there at Jordan Grove. And what can I say about Reverend Danny Davis? Man, Reverend Danny Davis used to help me unload the truck. You hear me? He'd get in that hot truck with me and help me unload it, so that he can give that bread to his members and the homeless peoples over there in 3rd Ward. That's the Jordan Grove Missionary Baptist Church. You know, and what can I say about Reverend A.C. Jefferson? How much bread I gave their members. And it wasn't just me giving it. I had to have permission from Sara Lee to give this bread out. And when Sara Lee got bought out by Bimbo, Bimbo told me to keep giving it out. In fact, give out some fresh bread. And Bimbo is the largest bakery in the world. You hear me? They #1 in the world. That's right, Bimbo Bakery. They the one that own Miss Bears. They the one that own Sarah Lee. They the one that own Oral Wheat. And all the Bimbo cakes that you see out there. And they out of Mexico City. And that's for the year of 2000. And for the 2010 to where we at today, what can I say, Facebook family? You #1. Thank you. You have showed me how much you appreciate me giving you this history that God gave me to give. Because there's too much history going in the cemetery over there at the Houston Memorial Cemetery. Too much history going out there on the north side to Paradise North Cemetery. And we need to preserve some of this history because these young people today, we need this history. Look at the world today. Everything is shut down. That could be a call from God, a wake-up call. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to give gratitude and thankful for you guys because I don't have a big family. And when I had that first birthday without my mother, man, I thought the world was going to cave in. Now it is 49 years later. Look at all these birthday wishes these people have, you guys have gave me, man. Unconditional. That's love. That's giving back. And I want to keep giving back to you guys. And thank y'all so much for everything y'all do. For all of my relatives have stuck close to me. I don't have a big family. But the relatives such out there in Brookshire, Texas, Tina, I love you. Betty, I love you. Out there in Brookshire, I love my relatives, my cousins out there. I can't say enough for you. I got nothing but prayers for you, Quincy. Quincy Davis, my prayers are with you and your mother, Susan Davis, and also for sister. And all my family out there in Brookshire, Texas. And the one that support me, such as Tina and Betty. Thank y'all, man. And I can't forget about you too, Cassidy. And also my main man, Marquise. Man, y'all are tremendous, man. Y'all give me hope and give me faith to keep pushing, to help other people. And what can I say about Larry Godfrey, my nephew here? Man, wouldn't be for him, you wouldn't see none of these videos. He the one that set up that Facebook account. He the one that set up this Bully production company. He the one who set up that YouTube account. Anytime I got a problem, I go to Mr. Larry Godfrey. And by the way, me and Mr. Larry Godfrey will be writing some books real soon. That's our goal. Our next goal, Facebook family, is to start publishing books. Because now since we got this stuff documented, now we need to put it on paper. Thank y'all for all the support y'all giving me. God bless y'all. And I can't think of a better place to spend my birthday with other than over there at Jack Gates. In a time of crisis, that prayers are needed, people are needed, help is needed. Jack Gates, 3rd Ward, 3650 Alabama, coming your way.